Hello friends, welcome to yet another fascinating video of Wisdom Zone. This is Shubro, and friends, I'm quite sure you have already guessed it from the thumbnail that in today's video I am gonna give you some extremely important English idioms for daily conversation. So it is my earnest request to all of you, please watch this video carefully to learn all the important English idioms I am gonna discuss. And if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait. Immediately go ahead and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So friends, welcome back once again to this fascinating session on important English idioms for daily conversation. And as I have promised in today's video, you're gonna get some extremely important English idioms for daily conversation. So before I go ahead, let me quickly inform you that I have provided some more videos on English idioms in the description. If you still haven't checked those videos, please do not forget to check the links given in the description. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. So friends, as you see on your screen, the first important English idiom I'm gonna discuss is on your screen, that is catch someone on the wrong foot. Let me repeat once again. It's catch someone on the wrong foot. It's a very interesting idiom, isn't that? It means to be unprepared or surprised by something that happens unexpectedly. So that's called to catch someone on the wrong foot. So that means when you get surprised by something and that happens unexpectedly and you're unprepared for it. So that's called catch on the wrong foot. So let me show you how to use it. The politician was caught on the wrong foot by the media. So I'm quite sure it's clear. That means the politician was unprepared and got totally surprised by something that the media did. In fact, maybe the media raised some political issues which the politician was not expecting. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next we will dive into the second one, that is needless to say. Let me repeat once again. It's needless to say. The second important idiom is needless to say. So let me repeat once again. It's needless to say. It is used to introduce a remark that is quite obvious and expected. That means when you want to introduce something which is known, which is quite obvious and people expect that, then you use this idiom and introduce needless to say, and then you go ahead and say what you want to add and you can introduce that remark. So let me show you how to use it. Needless to say, you have to report on time. So I'm quite sure it's clear. So I'm using needless to say. It is quite obvious that you have to report on time. So like this way you can make your conversation quite appealing. Up next we will dive into the next idiom that is on your screen, that is teach someone a lesson. I'm quite sure you have understood. It is slightly self-explanatory, but it is a very interesting way to communicate. You can use this idiom to mean that you want to punish someone so that they will not behave badly again. When you mean to say that you want to punish someone so that they will not behave badly, maybe the person will not repeat that kind of bad behavior, so that time you say teach someone a lesson. Let me show you how to use it. The film star decided to teach the news reporter a lesson for criticizing his new movie. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next we will dive into the next one, that is be a tall order. Let me repeat once again. It's be a tall order. Very interesting one, isn't that? Be a tall order means something that is very difficult to do or accomplish. So that's called a tall order. So let me show you how to use it. Finishing the project in 1 week will be a tall order. That means it will be very difficult. So friends, up next we will dive into the next idiom that is on your screen, that is a tall story or tall tale also you can say. A tall story or tall tale means a story or tale that is difficult to believe as it is exaggerated and not true. A story that is very much difficult to believe and it is overhyped or exaggerated and not true is called a tall story or tall tale. So let me show you how to use it. She told me a tall story about her career. That means she told me a story about her career. Obviously, I found that it was not true perhaps and it was exaggerated. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we will dive into the next one, that is talk sense. Very useful one and very short English idiom. It's very important to know what's the meaning. Talk sense means to say things that are correct or sensible. So when you want to mean that someone says something that is correct and sensible, then you can say he talks sense. So let me show you how to use it. So let me go ahead and show you a very interesting example as you see on your screen. everyone respects our prime minister because he always talks sense. So I'm quite sure it's clear that everyone respects our prime minister because our prime minister always talks correct things and also talks things which are quite sensible. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we are going to dive into the next one, that is strike it rich. So let me repeat once again. It is strike it rich, very interesting and important idiom. It means to become rich suddenly and unexpectedly. That's called strike it rich. So very smart one also. Let me show you how to use it. Tom's father struck it rich in the share market. That means he suddenly became rich in the share market. So I'm quite sure it's clear. That means Tom's father made a lot of money. In fact, he became rich by doing business, in fact, related to shares. And that's why this idiom is used, that Tom's father struck it rich in the share market. That means he became rich unexpectedly and suddenly because he earned a lot from the share market. So friends, up next we will dive into the last important idiom for today, that is on your screen, that is now you are talking. Let me repeat once again. It's now you are talking. It is used to say that someone has said or suggested something that one thinks is good and you agree. Something that you agree or that is good, that is being said by someone or suggested by someone, that time you use this idiom, now you're talking. That means you find someone's opinion to be good and you agree. So let me show you how to use it. It's very interesting and you can use it to sound quite interactive. As you see the example, let's dine out tonight. Now you're talking. So that means obviously the suggestion given, let's dine out tonight, is quite good and you agree with that. So that's why this idiom is used. Now you are talking. So like this way you can sound quite appealing and dynamic. So friends, today I gave you some extremely important English idioms to make you sound dynamic. Try to incorporate them in your daily conversation, and if you want you can incorporate them in your writing. And if you're preparing for IELTS speaking or writing test, you can try and use them to get better bands. So I'm quite sure you have liked this video. So please go through the examples and try to make sentences and comment below. And if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait. Immediately go ahead and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification. So stay tuned for further informative videos, friends, and please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.